You're very welcome back to Soccer Cards United for this episode 120 of the number one soccer card podcast in the world. I'm Jason. That's Enzo. Hi, Enzo.
Hey, Jason.
I say we're the number one soccer card podcast in the world, and today we've hit kind of a milestone in that regard because we have appeared for the first time in the national, here in Ireland, the national print media.
Publications.
Yeah, we're featured this morning in Ireland's most widely read daily newspaper, the Irish Independent. For those of you watching along on the video, you'll see that Enzo is turning to the centerfold, and in the lifestyle section, there's a
big old spread.
There's a big spread, yeah.
There we have it.
So that's partly due to an exhibition that's going on in Cork and Dublin, where they're showing stickers, and then our mate Daniel put the writer, the journalist in touch with us to talk about cards.
Pointed them in the right direction.
Yep. So that was good, and so we're doing that. So that's if you're in Ireland, go and pick up an Irish Independent today and keep that as a memento. And if you're not in Ireland, you can find it on the independent.ie. Just search Irish Independent.
And tomorrow,
as far as we know, we're going on the radio.
There you go.
So we'll keep you updated on that as well. Watch our socials if you want to listen live and see what it's like when we step outside this niche and have to interact with the real world.
Yeah, it's a real piece.
It's a reality check, I think.
Oh my God.
You may notice that we're not in the studio today. We're actually in different cities. I'm still in Munich.
Oh my God. That's terrible.
You're back in. Well, it's not terrible. I'm having a nice time.
That's good.
From this, I'm staying on the 18th floor of a hotel here.
Oh, wow.
And I can see all the way from the Alps, all across the city, including the Allianz Arena. I can see.
That's amazing. The 18th floor.
Yeah, really cool view of the city here. Lovely clear day in Munich.
It's a nice day in Dublin, let me tell you.
Good. Is it warmer there than it was here?
Yes.
Yeah. We have some problems back home. Do you want to hear an anecdote from my day in Munich yesterday?
Absolutely.
So I was kind of just walking around the city. I was waiting for my girlfriend to get in the evening, so I just had the whole day just to walk around. And at one point, I stopped in a cafe and to have somewhere to sat down. And they gave me. There was First of all, people kept talking to me in German. I think they just assumed I was German.
Okay.
And a number of times throughout the day, I had to say, "I'm sorry, I don't speak German." So like the table in front of me, when they got seated, they were asked if they would like English menus. I was not asked if I would like an English menu. I was just left with the German menu. So I'm reading it. I get to I just want like a cup of coffee and a bit of cake or something. So cappuccino, that's fine. And then I find the dessert section. And one of the items on the dessert section is a Käsekuchen or a Käsekuchen, right? And I recognize Käse as cheese, and Kuchen must be cake because it's a dessert menu. So the first part's cheese. It's obviously cheesecake, right?
You didn't just ask for an English menu, no?
No. So the waiter comes over to me and he says, "What would you like?" I said, "Can I have a medium cappuccino?" And then I point to the word and I say, "And some cheesecake." And he goes like this: cheesecake. As if he had never considered what the direct translation of that would be in English. Like he'd never thought about it. He just goes, cheesecake. And then I go, "Yeah, Käsekuchen." And then he goes, "Oh, cheesecake." So, but like, it's the same words in German.
Yeah, I get you.
So I don't know why he was so surprised, but he acted as if I'd just blown his mind. And so that happened to me.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was an exciting moment.
That's very exciting.
So that's the kind of thing I'm getting up to here.
I shipped out some World Cup Prism. I shipped out a summer signings Darwin Nunez because he got a goal. Someone bought that.
Got a brace, didn't he?
In Northern Ireland. Yeah, he got two. And I shipped out the Clint Dempsey that we got at the Munich Card Show.
Wow. We should talk about the Munich Card Show as we go into Hobby HQ here. So to round out our kind of last quarter of the year involving a lot of travel, we were at the European Trading Card. What is it? The European
Trading Card Tour.
The European Trading Card Tour Munich show. And at the at Motor World, the Motor World venue here in Munich on the 29th. No, not the 29th. That was a London show. What was it? The 13th, 12th?
Oh, it was 3 days ago. Yeah, the 12th.
Something like the 12th of November, and it started at 11 a.m. Now, usually these shows start at 10, and you have people kind of coming in from about 9:30. So 11 a.m. we were like, this is luxurious. We'll have time to do everything. We won't be late like we usually are.
Yeah.
We got to the venue at about 5 to 11.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't even remember how that happened. What was that?
I don't know. Well, setup had been from 8 o'clock. We could have arrived any time from 8 a.m. But it doesn't take us that long to get set up.
No, we're professional.
Why did we... well, you hadn't slept on the night they were traveling.
Don't blame me. I was up first.
And I don't know what happened to me.
You like the beds?
I don't know. We went out for a couple of beers on Friday night.
We enjoyed breakfast.
Had a nice breakfast. I mean, what do you want? So anyway, we turn up, and apparently there'd been some things going on with the tables. We're not going to get into that because we weren't there. We don't know.
Yeah, there was some table carnage, but we missed it because we were late.
Yeah. Anyway, we turn up late and get a table after everyone has already gone through the hard part.
Yeah.
And get a table, put all our stuff out on it. And we had this idea to bring all this Bundesliga finest that we had at home. Because Bundesliga finest has not exactly been a top seller on soccercardsunited.com.
No.
And we said, look, it's we split it. We always split. We like to split finest into mini boxes. So we said, let's bring some finest mini boxes. If they don't sell in Germany, where there's a Bundesliga auto in every mini box, where will they sell?
Yeah.
So I brought them, and it went well.
Yeah, they sold very well. They were flying.
Yeah, we also brought a lot of German cards, from all different Bundesliga teams that you don't usually get to sell. And
we got to move some of them as well. It was difficult. We had a lot of Bundesliga because we opened a lot of Bundesliga. There was real pockets of purchases from various autograph cards that we might have got. We said 10, 15, whatever. And some of the kind of higher end, maybe Bayern Munich cards and Borussia Mönchengladbach cards particularly.
Yep. So that was good. It was super busy.
Yeah.
There was a lot of activity. So how it was set up in different ways to other shows that we've been to, in that you had the bigger hall, which was like where all the tables were for the vendors. And then you had a whole separate room off to the side for the corporates. So you had eBay were there, PWCC auctions were there, Trace and Chase were there, David Adams Europe were there, Tops were there.
I didn't leave the table. I didn't actually see any of that.
Oh, CCG were there, who own CSG. So that was a whole thing. So you can kind of wander between those two rooms, but the vendor area was absolutely packed because the tables were quite close together, and you couldn't really you couldn't get two people walking. It was so narrow.
Yeah.
But that was good because we had a good spot, thankfully. So it led to a lot of activity at our table. What was your overall impression? Were you happy enough?
We had a good show. You could kind of tell that it was kind of a first time hosting of a show. There was a few things to improve on, but you can only learn that once you do a show.
Yeah.
But overall, it was one of the better shows we've been to. Like, apart from the London show, it was right up there in terms of the size of it, I guess.
Yeah, and I think we had our doubts about whether or not this would. I mean, obviously, we knew that Germany was like the biggest EU hobby market, but we still had our doubts about whether or not this would be kind of successful in terms of like, would people arrive? Would the foot traffic be there? And let's be honest, the people of Germany and beyond came out in force. We had obviously loads of Germans, then we had Austrians, people from the Czech Republic, we had people from Italian, Hungary, so the people from all over the place came. A lot of people from the UK. We obviously represented Ireland. So it was great.
Yep, I enjoyed it.
In terms of our pickups, we got the Maradona 1979 Panini sticker.
I have that hidden away.
Which is not his rookie, but it is his first Panini sticker. It's 2 years after his rookie.
We had the Jude Bellingham Stadium Club image variation auto, but we've added the Jude Bellingham Stadium Club normal image auto.
Base auto,
yeah. And lots of other things.
Jude, whenever we have the of 50 variation Jude auto, All right, we're pricing it. We like it around €1,000, $1,000. But that's probably slightly too high in terms of being able to sell it right now. But we like it so much that we don't want to sell it. So we just kind of price it high, and then that's the price. And everyone kind of goes,
we didn't even bring it to Germany.
No, exactly. So the idea of buying this one, which I think we traded to a value of about €350.
Yeah.
That's like a good thing that we wouldn't mind reselling, but like we still like it as an investment because Jude's obviously going to the World Cup and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So the Maradona, the Jude.
One of the cooler pickups was this David Beckham upper deck.
Yeah.
Match worn memorabilia from 2001.
Really cool. That upper deck Man United set just keeps on producing classics.
Hitting the
there. So one of the things we brought was Road to the World Cup mosaic blasters, hobby boxes, and mega boxes. And we didn't sell any of the blasters or any of the mega boxes, did we?
We sold one mega box.
One mega box. And so when we got back, the mega boxes are not easy to transport. They take up a lot of space.
They're awkward. When you're putting it in a suitcase, very awkward.
Yeah. So we said, we'll rip a couple of megas, one each, just to, enjoy ourselves. And you open the mega, I open a mega, and the mega that I opened contained an of 10 gold Neymar script auto.
Color match. It's more of a yellow, like it's gold, but it looks very yellow.
Yeah, I think it's fluorescent gold is the mosaic exclusive like parallel thing. So you had to give of 10 gold in hobby. This is fluorescent gold, which looks like yellow. It's even more of a color match than the normal gold is. So that was really exciting because that's like maybe one of the best hits we could have gotten.
Yeah.
And then we opened a load of blasters just like degenerates after that and got on really.
Yeah. Got a Di Natale National Treasures on card auto patch.
Yeah.
And the biggest card we got, Jason.
Yeah. Yep. Right. So for the viewers, they're seeing it right now. They're freaking out. But for the listener, Enzo has just held up a 2017-18 Topps Chrome Champions League Cristiano Ronaldo autograph in a PSA 10. Cristiano in his long sleeve Real Madrid kit. The population on that one, Enzo, is 3.
3.
So an incredibly rare
9
card.
graded total. 6 are PSA 9s, 3 are PSA 10.
Yeah.
Shocked me to hear that, by the way.
Yeah, I think I think I'm right in saying there are more examples of the of 25 parallel graded than there are the base auto.
I think we thought that to be true before because it was meant to be 3 PSA 10s, but 3 PSA 9s, but 3 more popped up.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. Fair enough.
I think, the pop 10 on an of 25 is also 3.
Okay.
But essentially super rare. I realized there's only one base, in terms of PSA, there's only one base Messi autograph graded period from that set, which is crazy.
From that set.
Shows you how short print that set was.
So that's obviously first year soccer Champions League Chrome. Big card. We did a trade for it. And the trade was valued at around €11,000, was it?
Yeah, 10, 11.
10, 11 around there. High value trade.
High value trade.
I'm presuming the highest value trade that was done at the show.
You never know.
You never know. No one's advertising their trades to us.
Those advertising to everyone.
And we traded a few bits for it. One of which was a Maradona autograph.
Yeah.
And we've been chasing a Maradona autograph for 9 months.
Yeah, we managed to get one.
And then traded it.
It was PSA 9.
Yep.
So that's the only reason I was happy enough to trade it, because I want a PSA 10. But
what set was that Maradona from?
Road to Qatar.
All right. Okay. Yeah. And that went into trade, and so it was a big deal for the Ronaldo. And,
just for context, Jason. The of 25 Ronaldo's is 5 graded total. 4 are PSA 10. One's PSA 9, and there's 1 red autograph, which is also PSA 10. I think that's numbered to 10 back then, and then 9 base autographs ever, and only 3 got a 10 and 6 got a 9.
Okay, so this is rare stuff.
It's kind of a long-term play. It's one of Ronaldo's only Real Madrid autographs from the time of him playing for Real Madrid. I think the other one is flawless, maybe. Yeah, crazy. That's long-term, I think.
So just our look. By the way, we did that trade with One of One Sports cards.
Yeah.
Paul. So just our look, Ronaldo, we get the Ronaldo card, and then he proceeds to go on a Piers Morgan interview and just burn the house down.
Yeah.
So this was not unlike the time we got PSG Chrome, and then the Panini deal was announced.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Let's not get superstitious. We're not cursed or anything.
It's not unlike the 101 Mukoku autograph sale and then Mukoku turning on the fire.
And then getting picked for the World Cup squad.
Mm.
It's a lot of, it's a lot like that.
You call this variance?
Yeah. Well, at this stage, variance would be if it didn't happen.
Oh my god.
I'm starting to wonder what's going on.
Well, it's safe. Long term, it's safe.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of, is there anything else you want to say about Munich, by the way?
It was a great show. I can't really say much beyond that. I'm trying to think of.
We were very busy. It's important to say that.
I didn't leave the table.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people approaching us. We have a lot of emails, Jason, about various card deals.
Yeah, there were some big cards on display. And for some reason, people had it in their head that we were
the people to help them. We spent more at that show than we've spent at any of the other shows.
True, that's true. Yeah.
I sold my 2019 Sapphire box.
Yeah.
Finally, I brought it. It's the first show I brought it to, but I sold it very fast. World Cup Prism was in high demand.
Yeah.
Boxes. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, we're going to do a roundup of the things that we picked up because we picked up some really good stuff.
Yeah.
Even this little Pedri autograph on the sly. You know, we picked up a lot of stuff.
Got an off 25 Giorena Match Attacks Chrome autograph.
Yeah, that's somewhere. I don't know where I put this. There's a big pile of our things, but I don't know where they are.
So anyway, one of the things about the World Cup is that Ken Goldin is having his World Cup auction.
Have you seen it?
I have seen some of it, and we're gonna. If you're watching on YouTube, you're gonna get a shared screen.
Crazy.
If not, we're gonna go through some of the listings here. So let me just add this to screen.
It's genuinely.
Okay. You can see that?
That's very cool. Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So lot number 1 in this is the June 23rd, 1982 Diego Maradona game-used, photo-matched Argentina primary jersey from the 1982 World Cup game against El Salvador. The starting bid on that is $100,000.
That might be his first World Cup game, or it's first World Cup in '82, I believe.
Right. Okay.
Unless he was in '78. I don't think he was in '78.
We know that Maradona has a Maradona jersey holds the record for the most expensive sports memorabilia ever, the Hand of God jersey.
Yeah.
So, Maradona jersey is obviously a very healthy market. Then you have lot number 2 and 3. We were just speaking of devil. There's lot number 3.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Non-auto 2017-18.
But here's one,
Chrome. Yeah.
That's a non-auto, right?
Yeah.
PSA 9.
Right.
And it's 6 of 10. Like, there's only 3 of these in a PSA 10.
Yeah.
Like, when it's that rare, does an of 10 matter as much if the pop is, if the pop is 3?
I know.
Confusing.
It does get confusing.
So I'm hopeful for that to be a big hit, and I think it will be.
Our one or that one?
No, never our one. That one.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Then beside that, lot number 2, you have a BGS 9.5 Leo Messi 2014 Prism 205 gold power.
Oh, sorry, no, the next one's a 101, the landmarks.
The landmarks, then you have a 101. So the first 4 lots are Maradona, Messi, Ronaldo, Messi. Swiftly followed. I'm just going to filter by cards here.
The next one.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that, yeah.
Okay. But it's interesting to see, like, it's Maradona, Messi, Ronaldo as the top 3. Like, people overcomplicate things sometimes.
Yes. The next one is a Kylian Mbappe Topps Chrome PSG set 1 of 1 Superfractor autograph.
Whoa.
Now, this is a card that you can go and check back through the Soccer Cards United archives, and I won't blame you, Enzo, but I'll take it myself. This was a card that I had no doubt would be going for $500,000.
Oh my God.
I said that on the podcast more than once, said it on other podcasts, and to see it starting there at 25,000, I mean, I know I'm gonna be eating my words, but I want to know, am I gonna be eating my words like, is it gonna be like 10% of that, or is it gonna be 20% of it? In best case scenario, I'm halfway there, but I don't even think
No,
we're not even getting to six figures on this one, I don't think.
I think whatever this one sells for,
Yeah.
next sale will be higher. That's my
Oh,
hot
you
take
think
on
do you
that.
think this could be a low point for this card?
Yeah, I think it'll be a steal. I think Mbappe's never really been lower, and I think it's. I mean, the only thing that can kind of change it is that it's kind of ending during the World Cup. The auction
Yeah.
ends on the 4th of December.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking if I have a card like that, if I hit that card and I wanted to get out of it as fast as I could, I would probably, no matter what, do it after the World Cup because I think this is a low. The World Cup can't make his prices go lower, is what I'm trying to say.
Because even if he's already, yeah,
He's
I
hit
see
his
what you're
baseline,
saying.
Yeah. The World Cup could only add to his legacy, not take
Although
out.
we say, I mean, if he has a World Cup like he had a Euros,
What's
then
going to happen?
why couldn't he go lower?
How low could it go?
Well, you might have Kylian Mbappe autograph selling for $300, $400.
Maybe. I'll be buying them if they are.
Yeah. Then we have the Neymar Superfractor from the same set. Then we have Pele rookie, and then another Pele rookie, and then a George Best at lot number 14, and so on and so forth. There's Thierry Henry,
Yep.
Maradona, and down around lot 19, lot 20, lot 21, you get the Ronaldo and Messi rookies.
That pristine BGS 10 on the sticker is crazy.
Yeah, to get a 2003 Panini football sticker in a BGS 10 pristine is just insane. Like, where was that sticker? Do you know?
No, that's nuts. Two Messi's there being different subgrades but the same grade is interesting.
Yeah. There'll be some people there, some snipers there, trying to work out which subgrades are more likely to cross over to PSA 10. Is it?
Yeah, the start price is different, so I haven't even seen subgrades, but I'm assuming the one on the left is better condition.
Okay. Okay, we got some gold kabooms. All this. This is crazy. But if just looking at this first,
that Mbappe.
This Mbappe.
101, yeah.
National Treasure is 101. Is that a better or worse card than the PSG?
I think PSG is better because I don't like the Road to the World Cup logo, and horizontal versus vertical is a thing, but I'm not even sure if that's on card, and that's just a PSA DNA 10. Is that actually graded? I don't know. I have no idea.
It's PSA authentic, and the auto's a 10. I believe it is on card. Yeah,
it's hard to know what.
So the interesting thing though is if you go on to this auction, filter by cards, the whole first page has, let's see, I'm just going to count on my fingers: Messi, Ronaldo, Maradona, Pele, George Best, Thierry Henry, Neymar, Mbappe. Yeah. So that's 8 players. Like, we're really, it's just so interesting to see who's at the top of the game and just how dramatically they are removed from everybody else.
And it makes sense who's at the top. If you filter by Jude Bellingham, by the way, Jason.
Yeah. I'm going to see some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let me have a look. I see 9 Bellingham listings. Let's see. Oh, my word. Okay.
So the 101, obviously, the 30 grand 101 sale happened. I think everyone that had a 101 said, I'll take 30 grand. The problem is, they all said it at the same time.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking here, and you have 1, 2, 3 Superfractor autos, and then another.
Is the far right a Superfractor?
Yeah, from Merlin Chrome.
No, the Stadium Club is that Superfractor?
That's no, that's gold. That's gold. Okay, so never mind that. And then you have the Sapphire, both Sapphires.
Yeah, that Sapphire Bundesliga, I think, is the best of the bunch there, unless you take one of the autos. But the Sapphire Bundesliga, I think, is
the Bundesliga
which one
is better.
Which one did the 30 grand? Was it a Bundesliga Superfractor or was it? Go to sold. I want to know that. I want to get that right.
Okay.
That didn't work. Do it again.
That didn't work. Wait, hang on. Sold. Okay. Wait. Do that.
Yeah, get rid of World Cup auction and then re-click sold.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go now.
Champions League, yeah. So, what was that? PSA 8 or 9?
PSA 9. That's the 24,000 one.
Yeah. Oh, there was another one, was there?
There's another one. I think that might have been on PWCC.
Okay. I might check them all year.
Yeah. So let me just go back on the World Cup auction. So the interesting thing is, like, obviously you're offloading these cards in anticipation of the World Cup. But I was saying to Enzo before we got on the podcast that, like, that really hasn't. I'm hoping that effect is more pronounced in 2026 than it is in 2022, because, like, talking to people that I know who are big football fans, big soccer fans, like, this World Cup is not. I don't really see a lot of people going like, oh, this guy's going to have an amazing World Cup. It's like kind of people are thinking like, who's going to be good at the World Cup? Like, what should I be looking out for at the World Cup? It's not really. I think because it's so close to the club season, people don't really feel like they've been fully briefed on the whole thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think there's a few things as well. I think also the Qatar always is adding negativity to it. Jason, can I say I filtered the same way you did?
Yeah.
But I got 3 Bellinghams. You didn't. This is on Goldin. The 24K. I also see another one for 24K, which was the Bundesliga Super Factor.
Right.
Which was a BGS 9. And then the Champions League Super Factor, which was a PSA 9 also. Oh, yeah, but the 24,000 you've seen was the image variation. This is the standard one. Standard Super Factor from Champions League, and that did 33. So, to be honest, the two PSA 9s you'd imagine will finish higher than the Sapphires because they're PSA 8s, but I think the Sapphires are nicer cards.
Yeah. Just looking here on page.
There's a few huge cards.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. This is going to tell us a lot about where the soccer market is.
That the Ronaldo we have, the YOV 25 is up at a starting bid of 5,000. That'll be very interesting for us to see where that ends. That Neymar gold is unbelievable. Did you see
that? Yes. Very, very good. So I'm on page 3. I'm still seeing the same players. But there's Haaland. Of course, interesting to put Erling Haaland in the World Cup auction, but obviously soccer is having a moment, so you do it.
It's a madness.
So there we go. I mean, I think when I look at this auction, obviously you have to sell at some point.
Yeah.
And someone has to win the World Cup. So you sell after the World Cup and the player that you were selling didn't win the World Cup. You know, this is the best time to sell, not knowing what's going to happen in the World Cup.
Yeah, retrospectively, it'll either be negative or positive, but it's still a good time to sell. The same way it's a good time to sell before a Champions League final or before Super Bowl or whatever.
Exactly, because it's like, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah, and obviously, like this time around, we're kind of, you know, there's kind of a global recession looming and whatnot. So, like, that's not, I think the next World Cup, that won't be on the horizon. So, there's going to be a lot of differences. But this is a really good starting point. Like, it's a good tester, I guess.
It'd be interesting to see where all these cards, because presumably a lot of these cards are going to get sold again before the next World Cup. So, it'd be interesting to see where a lot of these. Top? Yeah, you know, where are we ending up here? You know, what's going on? Maybe in 4 years' time we'll look back and go, "Oh my God, somebody spent $10,000 on that."
Yeah, you know? In a good or bad way.
In a good or bad way, yeah. So we'll see. Speaking of trying to work out who's going to win the World Cup, yeah, Enzo came with a little game for us today.
Listen.
And we're going to do a little game for your football week. Instead of telling you who's ending the World Cup break at top of every league and kind of check in and do all that stuff, we're just going to do this instead. So I don't know if you can see that now. All right. So this is the FIFA's official World Cup bracket. So we're going to have a little go at it now.
And can I say, it's a game where you pick the top 2 and then after a certain deadline, you'll be able to pick the winners of each thing, and there's points each time along the way. So,
are we going to have a Soccer Cards United League of this?
Maybe. Don't know how to organize that, but maybe.
All right.
But we need to be on the same page first.
Yeah, so we're going to work it out between ourselves, and then. All right. So, group stage, Group A, Qatar, Senegal, Ecuador, Netherlands. I think the Dutch win that group.
Yeah, the Netherlands. I agree with that. You click on the Netherlands.
I drag, do I?
Double click.
Okay. And then,
I'd give second place to Senegal.
yeah, Ecuador could be a surprise package. Somebody asked me about World Cup rookies yesterday, and I was talking about Ecuador, and they have a couple of good players, a couple of Brighton players, Moises Caicedo and Jeremy Sarmiento.
They have Ener Valencia as well, do they?
I think he's still playing, yeah. I think he's playing in Turkey. So Ecuador are no pushovers. Qatar, obviously, the host nation, but I think Senegal as well.
You think Qatar are pushovers?
I think Ecuador are no pushovers, and I think Qatar are the host nation.
That's why they're there.
That's why they're there. Although they did win the Asian Cup in the UAE after the UAE tried to ban them from competing in the Asian Cup. So, we'll
give it to Senegal.
Senegal, right. Now, this is the big one. Group B, Iran, USA, England, Wales.
Yeah. You'd have to imagine England win the group.
Yeah.
I think that might not be the case, but I do think, if that's not the case, it's going to come from, a 0-0 draw or, something like that.
Yeah, if that's not the case, it's nothing to do with us, basically.
Yeah. There you go. Now, second place.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts here?
My thoughts are Wales.
Do you think Iran could pull? Or do you think make it difficult for everyone else?
I think Iran could do it. I mean, I would have been more confident about Iran, except their country is currently falling apart as their horrible regime tries to crack down on protesters, talking about executing 14,000 people. So probably I wouldn't say they qualify for this World Cup knockout stage.
Saying that the national pride won't really be in the dressing room.
Well, I think they delayed their squad announcement and everything because the likes of Serdar Azmoun have been vocal about the regime at home, and the government was trying to influence the Iranian FA not to pick players who were critics of the regime.
Okay, so it's messy.
It's not a good environment, and I think if Iran don't qualify for the knockout stages, that will probably be the 1,000th most important thing on the list of things Iranians are worried about that day.
Okay. And you don't think the USA? You're not gonna.
I'm gonna say Wales over the USA personally. Then we can talk. I don't have the deciding vote, but I don't think the USA have. I think they have a young squad, and I would put more faith in the tournament experience of Wales.
I agree with that. I think Gareth Bale will have some moments.
Yeah.
Dan James. I think the USA could do it.
I think it's maybe a toss up between the two of them.
Yeah, I'll happily put Wales in there.
Oh, our American listeners, of whom there are many, are crying their eyes out right now.
But it shows that we're real.
Yeah, we could tell you that America are going to get through the group easy, but we're not trying to.
But it could happen. It's not.
It could happen. I don't know.
From Wales.
I've seen enough from when I think of I can visualize a lot of the Welsh players scoring goals.
Do
you know?
Yeah.
But I'd like to be surprised. For the sake of the hobby, I'd like the USA to go through. So I want to be surprised here.
All right, but we'll take Wales.
Okay.
Has to be Argentina top for this.
Yeah, Group C. Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Argentina, Poland, Argentina.
Mexico. Man, there's all a debate about the Mexican team, to be fair.
Yeah.
I just always see them in the World Cup get to the round of 16.
Right.
Poland are great, and you love the romance of saying Lewandowski is going to carry them on his back, but it never really happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think, quite frankly, I think Saudi Arabia could beat Mexico and Poland. I don't think they will, but I think they could. We can say Mexico, but I mean,
you're not sure.
I'm just thinking about when I saw the States play Mexico most recently, and they made the States look like.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like Edson Alvarez, Jimenez up front. Do you know they have talented players.
Well, who's the squad? Can I have a look at the Mexico squad?
Yeah, you kind of did.
I just don't know.
I was just thinking Edson Alvarez. I'm putting a lot of
faith but if you're going to think Edson Alvarez, why not just think Robert Lewandowski?
I'm talking about midfielders here, Jason. Someone that can dictate the game.
But like Zelensky has been in great form for Napoli, as you well know, this season.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I just don't like.
Oh, here we go. Right.
I mean, Ochoa. Come on, you'd have to.
Oh yeah, Ochoa. Yeah, right. I'm looking here now. I'll share this tab with you just real quick while we look at the Mexico squad. So you got Guillermo Ochoa there. Oh yeah, Chucky Lozano, Edson Alvarez, Henry
Hector
Martin.
Herrera.
We talked about him at the London card show. Somebody didn't we? Sold the mosaic box. He's been in goal scoring form.
Yeah, we also came into one of the Mexican players' autographs. I can find it.
Godardo, I think. Godardo.
I believe so. Oh, I have it here. Yeah.
Eric Gutierrez also plays for PSV. Hector Herrera. Yeah, I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go Mexico much in the same way I was happy to go with, like.
Yeah, you're happy to go Wales.
Yeah, it's kind of just. Yeah, okay. Let's say Mexico. Because it seems like Mexico always get to at least the first knockout round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Group D, Tunisia, Denmark, France, Australia.
I think we're both on the same page here.
I think Denmark top the group.
Denmark top, yeah.
Yeah. And then France?
Second, yeah. I won't give them an implosion in the group stage.
That's controversial, but
we believe it. But that sets up France versus Argentina in the next round, which would be carnage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This one, I don't know where your head is on this one.
So Group E, Japan, Costa Rica, Germany, and Spain. First of all, I'd like to say that Luis Enrique did a video yesterday where he was sitting, like we're sitting now, in front of his laptop with headphones and a microphone. And he said he's going to be live streaming throughout the tournament when he can, because Luis Enrique, in his contract with the Spanish FA, he doesn't have to talk to the Spanish media. Luis Enrique hates the Spanish media. And he's basically said, I'm not talking to you. I'm not letting you dictate how this tournament is covered. I'm going to cover the tournament myself. I'm going to speak directly to the Spanish people. And he was talking about his lighting setup and everything. It was interesting. So all that to say, I don't know who's going to win this group.
I'm giving it to Germany, but I think both Spain and Germany can be toothless up front. But I think I'd back Germany over Spain.
Right. I'm thinking of who's in form for all these teams, I
think they'll both dominate the ball. I'm trying to think of when they play against each other. I didn't even comprehend that. I give it to Germany.
Yeah. I mean, I think Germany have more players in better form than Spain do. Do you know?
Could Japan have an upset?
Of course they could, yeah. Although I tell you why I don't like Japan. I don't think the Japanese defense is as solid as it has been in previous years.
I'd fancy Japan more if they weren't in a group with two teams that are good on the ball, because that's what they're good at.
Right.
Do you know?
Right. Yeah. So we're going to go Germany, Spain.
Yeah. I honestly think Japan will end up bottom of that group, because I think Costa Rica could get like a set piece against them and they're high.
I have to fill these in, right? Hang on.
I didn't know that.
Let's go back around. Ecuador, Qatar, USA, Iran.
That's a toss-up. Just depends if Lewandowski gets the important goals or not.
For the sake of Lewandowski, we say Poland, Saudi Arabia.
Okay. And then, what do you think here?
I think the Aussies are well up for it, but Tunisia are a good tournament side.
Tunisia, Australia upset a few people.
Yeah.
Sorry. Maybe you can do the group stage. Like maybe you can do the next stage. I mean, once we fill out everything.
Oh, maybe. Let's see. Let's keep going. So, right, Group F: Morocco, Canada, Belgium, Croatia. This is an interesting group.
I'm gonna go Croatia top.
Croatia top, really?
Because what kind of form is Lukaku in?
He came back for the first time in ages for Inter in the last Champions League game and scored. So he's okay.
I'm just thinking, I feel like the Belgium golden generation are kind of past it, but then so are the Croatians as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
Maybe Belgium?
I don't know. I really don't know. See, the Belgians could beat Morocco and Canada 4-0 and 5-0, respectively.
Yeah.
I don't think Croatia are never going to do that.
True.
I'd almost
against each other.
I'd back Belgium in the games against the other teams, but I'd back Croatia in a game between Belgium and Croatia.
I get that. And then just how do Croatia do against? Okay, we'll put Belgium at the top.
Do you want to do that, Belgium at the top?
Yeah.
But I mean, Luka Modric.
Yeah, but Kevin De Bruyne.
But I'd back Luka Modric over De Bruyne any day.
I know that, but do you do that against the other two teams?
Okay, I'm going to say Belgium are going to score more goals than Croatia, and then in the case of a tiebreak, they'll go through. So we're going to say Belgium top, right? Okay, yeah.
And then Canada, Morocco, or Morocco, Canada?
I think Morocco just lost Amin Harit, who was in really good form for Marseille. He got a horror tackle from Diassi, the Monaco defender, and then Diassi got called up to the World Cup, and Harit had to get Kimpembe was sent away from the French squad because he was injured, and I'm going to say Canada just to be
political,
hopeful. Yeah, right. Group G: Cameroon, Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia. Is this the group of death?
This or the next one, but probably.
Probably the next one. Actually. Yeah, probably the next one. What does group of death mean? Does group of death mean it's the hardest one to get out of, or does it mean it's the one with the best teams in it?
That should be the same thing. I know it's not. Like, what's the hardest to get out of?
Because the hardest one to get out of is Group H, the next group. I think.
Yeah. That is, I think H is group of death for sure.
Okay, right. So then Group G: Cameroon, Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia. We're going to say Brazil.
Yeah, I'd give second to Serbia. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've seen the Serbians have good days, and then I've seen them miss penalties against Scotland.
Yeah, but I think that it's Alexander Mitrovic's World Cup, and we're just living in it.
Yeah. I think the Swiss have a stronger team. I think they have a stronger midfield and more tournament experience. I think we've seen the Swiss have really good runs in the last World Cup and in the last Euros.
Yeah, but that's involved Xherdan Shaqiri. He's hardly still going to be going, is he?
But I look at the form of Granit Xhaka, you know.
I know he's been different class, but no, I know it's not easy.
Who plays midfield for Serbia?
Serge Milinkovic-Savic.
Yeah, Lazio, Butler. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Let me just have a look at the Serbia squad real quick. Okay, let's have a look. So we're looking at here's the kind of projected team for the Serbia World Cup, right? Milinkovic-Savic, the Torino keeper, in goal.
Tadic.
Yeah, Milenkovic, Velkovic, Pavlovic at the back. That's okay. Tadic, Ilic or Guidej or Racic, and then Milinkovic-Savic. Out wide, Zivkovic and Kostic, and then Vlahovic, Mitrovic, Jovic, or Radonjic up front. Okay, we go.
If they don't use Mitrovic and Vlahovic together, they have to pick between the two.
Yeah, or if they don't
there's goals. I don't know. I think Switzerland's glory days have passed them. I think Cameroon have an outside chance, but I think Serbia.
Well, Cameroon with Eric Choupo-Moting could top the group. All right, we'll say Serbia, but I think Switzerland.
Okay, for the record.
For the record, I'd like the record to show that Switzerland have a different shaped flag to everyone else. Interesting. Okay. Last group, Group H, which we're calling the group of death. South Korea, Ghana, Uruguay, and Portugal. Obviously, Ghana and Uruguay, grudge match.
Yeah. Uruguay, Portugal, grudge match.
Anyone Uruguay play, it's a grudge match.
I have a sneaky feeling Ghana could top that group. Spits out water.
Can I just tell you something about this water, by the way, that I'm drinking?
Please do, on the 18th floor of a hotel.
So I was in the shop getting water.
Is this an ad?
It's not an ad, but as you know, it's still in sparkling water is the norm. So you always have to try and find still water. So I'd worked out that still water was known as like natural, right? Because obviously that's how it comes from the earth. So I saw classic, which is sparkling, and natural, which is still. But then I saw this, which said extra still.
Mm.
And then I thought to myself, well, that must be still. I mean, instead of kind of taking like an 80-20 chance, I'll just buy the one that says still on it. But it's not. It's sparkling. I think what extra still means is like double or triple distilled, like extra pure. I bought the only one that says still in it, and it's sparkling. I'm going mad.
Well, shouldn't have made that mistake.
Should have just trusted my instincts. Gone for the
Should have shaken it.
I don't like when then it feels like you're tasting old water.
But don't drink it. You shake it. You see it's fizzy, and you leave it.
You don't shake it. The next person picks it up, it's going to get all over them.
That's not your fault.
It is. That's called social responsibility. There are two kinds of people in this world. Right. So you must need a special. What do you say? Ghana could top the group.
I think they could.
I suppose they could. Because I don't know. I think Ghana have been in turmoil in terms of their FA. I think off the pitch they have issues.
Wait, go up to the top three. Okay, we have Senegal. I was going to say one of the African teams has to make it to the next round.
Senegal.
I know they don't have to because they might not. But what I'm saying is, my thinking is Uruguay are going to be solid but beatable. Portugal could be in turmoil. They have the best squad there comfortably.
Yeah.
But seeing Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, I just think that could just turn into this messy tournament for them. Potentially.
Yeah.
Especially if it doesn't start right.
This could be their Saipan.
Oh.
Right. I think Uruguay could top the group. I think any of them could top the group. So I don't know.
Yeah. I'm happy enough to put Portugal top.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at Uruguay and I'm saying, like, Valverde is maybe one of the most informed players in the world at the minute.
Darwin Núñez is hitting good.
Núñez hitting good. Yeah, a load of them have tournament experience.
The lazy choice is Portugal, Uruguay, or Uruguay, Portugal.
Yeah. What if we went Uruguay, Ghana?
That would be like. Would you feel happy standing over that? If your goal was to get as many right as you could.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. I think the Ghanaians are a mixture of fellas who are past it and
fellas whose head aren't quite there.
Fellas who are too young. I don't look at that Ghana team. I don't see anyone really that's in their prime.
Heung-min Son, we haven't even given him a shout here.
Yeah, I think. I mean, Korea plays
Portugal, Korea.
No, I think Uruguay beat Korea. No,
not if Sonny's on it.
Yeah, but if Sonny's not on it and he recently had surgery on his eye,
not a great look.
That's not a great look. I mean, I think Uruguay, Portugal.
Do you think when they come up against each other, Uruguay are going to win and or get a needed draw?
Yeah. Because I think Portugal is just going to be just a circus.
No, but like Rafael Leão, Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, but coached by Fernando Santos. Rafael Leão and Bernardo Silva could be on the bench.
Oh my God.
If you were the Portugal coach, I might say they top the group. But you're not.
All right. I basically think that's going to be a messy group.
Yeah, the group of death.
That's it. Let's see now if we get to do anything else.
All right, so we go Uruguay, then we go Portugal, then we're going Ghana or Korea?
I'm going Korea.
Group stage completed. You have completed your groups. Now pick the knockout stage. This is turning into quite an episode.
Now the debates can rage.
Okay.
The Netherlands. Come on.
So we're going the Netherlands to beat Wales. Argentina, France.
It's a tough one, but I think Argentina get their revenge.
Ultimately, I think Argentina are going to win the tournament, so
we have to keep doing that.
Well, I'm just thinking.
We'll see. But like France could easily knock them out there, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, they could, but yeah,
they probably will.
Which one do you want to go for?
Oh, we're going Argentina.
Right. Messi versus Mbappe.
No, you do that later. Go down.
No, I know. I'm just taking a moment to say Messi versus Mbappe here. Right. Germany, Croatia.
That's tough.
That's tough because Croatia could spring a shock.
let's say Germany.
Let's say Germany. Let's not go out on an unnecessary limb. Brazil, Portugal, the Portuguese-speaking derby.
Yeah, it's going to be Brazil, I would say.
Brazil.
But to be honest, it's not as easy as that.
It's not as easy as that. If Portugal can build up a head of steam, but I suppose if they finish second, they haven't built up a head of steam, have they?
No, but to be honest, they'd probably be better counter-attacking a team.
Yeah.
Rafael Leao, again, if he gets his game time.
But then, in saying that, Neymar.
Yeah, but who's he up against? Is it fucking Diego Dallo or Cancelo?
Yeah. Neither of whom are particularly good defenders.
No, that's true. It's tough. That is a tough one. That'd be some game to watch, might we add.
I think that's Brazil. I think at Portugal, I think at this stage, Portugal will have had to expend so much energy to get out of group stage. But they could be galvanized. They might say, like, right now it's time to just come together and win the whole thing, you know. But then Brazil.
We had Argentina top in the group, didn't we?
Yeah.
I thought Argentina-Brazil was a potential final, but obviously it's not. I mean, it is if one of them comes second, I think. But
right.
Argentina-Portugal was a potential final, but that's if Portugal top the group, which we don't have.
Yeah.
I'll trust FIFA's bracket anyway. Brazil.
I
just like that next tie.
England, Senegal, England.
No, Senegal.
No, not Senegal. Think for a second. Senegal aren't beating England.
Why not?
Because I've seen Senegal and they won't beat England.
They've Mbanyang. They have Sulemana, do they?
No, that's Ghana.
My apologies. Oh, Mane's injured, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. England.
I think England. I think there's we've seen England at enough tournaments where they didn't look good, but they progressed to get results.
This one be Denmark, I'd say.
Denmark to beat Mexico. Belgium, Spain.
Tough.
High scoring game, in all likelihood.
I think Belgium's defense has passed it.
Yeah, I think Spain. I think we haven't seen Luis Enrique at World Cup, and I think that's going to be quite something. I think he's going to have some things up his sleeve.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the Belgian midfield. Once you look past De Bruyne, you know,
I think they're going to be playing Hazard and the likes of that, and it's going to be like, what's going on?
Yeah. Uruguay, Serbia.
It's going to be one of the filthiest games of the tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, this is unmarked territory for Serbia.
It's true, but it's kind of one of those things that you could beat at one side. Like, did Ireland not play a decent game against Uruguay not too long ago?
Yeah, but that was a very weak Uruguay that didn't have any of these players.
It depends who you fancy. It's Darwin Núñez, Suarez, Cavani, depending on how they figure that out, or Mitrovic, Vlahovic, whoever you pan that out. Someone scoring a set piece is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Uruguay have the guile.
Yeah.
I can see the Serbians losing their head. Like,
I'd like them to be the surprise package.
Right. God, I hope not.
Give it Uruguay.
All right. Are we over the other side? We have to go over the other side. How does this work now?
I don't.
Is this?
No, that's the full tree.
Oh, that's the full. Okay, right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because these are the quarters, are they? Yeah.
Right. We start again. So Netherlands, Argentina. This is huge.
Yeah, I think Louis van Gaal. You'd forget he's the manager. He's going to be very hard to beat.
Very hard to beat.
But I think Argentina do. I think that's Messi's highlight of the tournament. That's what I'm going to call that.
You think against a kind of an open Dutch side who are trying to play through Argentina, Messi can cause havoc?
I think they'll put a man on them. It might be a disaster.
So we're going Argentina for that?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Okay. Germany, Brazil. Oh my God.
That's a grudge match. I think the Brazilians will have the fear of God in them because of what has happened at previous World Cups. And
the Germans will have kind of history on their side in a certain sense.
Yeah. But the idea of a Brazil-Argentina semi-final is unbelievable.
Yeah. Can we let our hearts get in the way of our heads on this one?
But then, like, if Germany goes to the semi-final, Germany-Argentina, then it's a flashback of 2018. There's horror shows all over here for Argentina.
Yeah. If Argentina get to the final, it's going to be just Yeah.
Brazil, Germany. Let me think.
I think we saw England recently score 3 goals against Germany.
You're saying they're not what they were.
And I'm saying that's a famously goal-shy English team. So therefore,
True.
Brazil.
Okay. I'll allow it. I don't love it, but I'll allow it.
What's the
1-0,
argument for
I call
Germany?
that. Joshua Kimmich dictating the play.
Yeah.
But yeah, who's scoring? Musiala? I don't think so. Not at that level of the game necessarily.
I mean, if he does, it'd be incredible.
Yeah, I give it Brazil. I think they're more seasoned.
Right. Yeah. Okay. England, Denmark.
Denmark. That's where England
Denmark.
get kicked
Wow.
out. They're the surprise package. There you go. But they were already the surprise package, weren't they, last time? Denmark getting to back-to-back semi-finals. I don't think so.
No, they weren't. They were in semi-finals in the World Cup.
No, in the Euros, just gone.
Oh, in the Euros, yeah. Well, but that was, Christian Eriksen had the heart attack and everything. They weren't great after that. They were losing that Finland game. Or they weren't great before that, I mean. Oh, I'm happy to say that. Look, if England go out in the quarterfinals, you'll hear no complaints from me.
No, I know. I think we'll do it. I think Denmark will be well up for it because they felt robbed from, I think, Sterling dive to get a penalty.
Right. Okay, we're going to say Denmark. Now, obviously, our backing of Denmark here has been very, very heavily influenced by the fact that we saw them in Denmark recently.
Beat France very comfortably.
There is a chance that they just play really well at home. And
there's a chance that France were just really bad.
Yeah. So, but
we've seen them play France off the park, so we liked them.
Yeah, so we liked them, yeah.
That's our most recent international football memory.
Yeah, so this is pure recency bias here, but we'll allow it anyway. Right, Spain and Uruguay.
Don't know.
I think this kind of feels like where Uruguay would run out of steam. Like in our telling of the tale, they've topped the group, they've beaten Serbia, and now they're in the quarters against Spain, who have just beaten Belgium, and have topped the group with Germany in it. So in this tournament that we're laying out here, Spain are in flying form, and Uruguay have probably battled to edge past Serbia.
Yeah, it has to be Spain.
Has to be Spain.
But who's scoring for Spain is my thing.
I don't know.
Ansu Fati maybe having a tournament of his life.
Ansu, yeah. You wouldn't know. I mean, at a World Cup, it's not always the best strikers. Like Morata has a weirdly good record for Luis Enrique's Spain. Do you know?
Yeah.
There are loads of players who've gone to World Cups as the better striker and been.
But now I'm looking at the semi-finals and I'm saying.
But you can't look at the semi-finals yet. That's not the game.
But I thought you already picked Spain.
Oh, that's the end of it. Oh no! Right back up to the start. Oh my god.
That's the thing. The semi-finals.
Right, so we have an Argentina-Brazil semi-final. Now, this is obviously a repeat of last year's Copa America final. This is the biggest game in global football.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any bigger than this. A great occasion at the Al Bayt Stadium today.
At the what stadium?
Al Bayt.
It's terrible. I don't know.
This is Messi against Neymar. This is,
It's a game that could go either which way.
Yeah. Do Brazil get their vengeance for that Copa America final? Do Argentina have the confidence to push past Brazil once again?
Who has the better team? I think Brazil.
But when we saw Brazil, we didn't like their backline.
It's true.
Do you fancy?
No, we liked their spine, did we? Didn't like France's spine.
Didn't like France's spine. I'm thinking of
they have a lot of
Brazil.
midfield cover though.
Yeah.
No, at this point we have to give it to Argentina because
we're so close.
You're just...
That's our team talk for the lads in Argentina. You're so close now, lads. Just go and beat Brazil.
France, now the Netherlands.
Yeah, you've beat exactly.
But that's where I think they run out of steam. But I'm happy enough to
go for it. What do you think?
I don't know. I think Brazil would be the favourites going in.
Ultimately, if I say to you, let's just pick a factor. Let's just say Neymar or Messi.
That's very tough.
I know, but we just
in terms of international.
Yeah.
No, but that's not the factor. The factor is everyone else around them.
No, but we need to pick a factor.
I don't think Messi could spend the whole tournament setting up Lautaro Martinez. I think at some point his size is going to be a problem.
At some point, whose size?
Martinez.
You mean Lisandro Martinez, the little fella at the back?
No, I'm talking about up front. Like up against.
What's wrong with Lautaro Martinez's size?
I feel like there's certain types of goals you can't score with him.
Is he not normal height?
I don't think so. He's not a target man, is what I'd say. Compare him to Richarlison. Maybe I have a bias.
It's the first time I've ever heard Lautaro Martinez's height mentioned.
That's enough for you.
Okay.
Who is he?
Right, so
1.74.
Okay.
Average Anderson 1.84. Did you know what I'm saying?
Average.
Oh my god. Average.
174 is average height.
Yeah, but for a striker's average height, I don't think so.
But I've seen him. This is just, I have never heard this before. This is incredible. Okay, I'm happy to go on the basis of Lautaro Martinez's height. I'm happy to go for Brazil.
Let's do it.
I'm speechless. I asked you to pick a single deciding factor. You refused to choose Messi versus Neymar, and instead have gone for Lautaro Martinez's height
Fine margins
as the best predictor of this game. But Neymar is a fine margin.
Yeah, but
so no. This is incredible. This is incredible. Okay. I'm stunned. Denmark, Spain. I mean, what is it?
What is it? Danes are very tall.
Is it? Yeah. Is it Gavi's shoe size?
No, Spain are. I mean, I don't see Spain. I don't need.
How did Spain get here? That's what you're wondering.
That's what I feel. I don't know, Jason. You make a call. I made a call on the last one. You need to.
Right. Well, I'm gonna say Spain.
You don't think Gavi and Pedri are dead at this stage of the tournament?
I do, but I
and Busquets probably still at the base for some reason.
I just can't see a Denmark-Brazil World Cup final.
No, you refuse to see it?
I've lived a long time in this world, and I don't see that ever happening.
Okay, do it.
That's not France-Croatia. That's a whole other level, you know? And
I think Brazil, we both agree.
Yeah, Brazil win. Now, I don't... This is funny. Okay. Save. Create a FIFA Plus account.
Do that after. You have to lock it in.
Okay. I'll do that afterwards.
There we have it.
So where did we differ on that? We differed on... You're picking Serbia as dark horses.
Mm-hmm.
And you think that ultimately Messi and Neymar is irrelevant. It's about how tall Lautaro Martinez is if they come up against each other.
Ultimately. No, I'm just saying over the course of 7 games, I don't think Martinez is going to score in every single game. So who's getting them out of a clutch semi-final?
What about Julian Alvarez?
I don't know how much game time he'll get. What I'm saying, like Argentina.
But if Lautaro Martinez isn't scoring,
what I'm saying is the front line are all very similar players.
Right.
You're not like I have Gabi Jesus or I have Richarlison or I have whoever. You're saying I have Martinez. I have 2 little kind of small, more ball to feet, making a run players versus. Stop laughing at small.
But that's not. That's. That's not a characteristic of Lautaro Martinez's game.
No, I know, but
he's not small. He scores headers. He's never been a problem. He's not a dribble past the hole.
But
he's a poacher. He's a goal poacher.
Yeah, but so is Julian Alvarez.
Right. You're saying they lack a target man.
I'm saying if the Brazilian defense is set up right, it's going to be a
They're
lot
not
of tootlish
right.
stuff going on from Argentina.
Okay. My theory would be that Messi has the facilities.
No, he does, but I'm saying if he did that against the Netherlands and if he did that against whoever else prior to that, I'm saying it's not going to work in every single game the whole way through.
Right. Okay. And so you think Brazil is a step too far?
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. And ultimately, it comes down to how tall the are.
Fine margins.
Okay. I mean, I want to hear listener reaction to this whole chat, by the way, and we'll talk about it on Thursday. But that's all for Soccer Cards United 120. We're back on Thursday. I'll still be in this hotel room. And yeah, go and pick up an Irish Independent if you're in Ireland, or look at it online because we're in the newspaper.
Be in there.
We're World Cup sticker super fans. Isn't that how we were described?
Yeah, that's us.
And when did you open your first pack of World Cup stickers?
Someone just emailed us to
Yeah.
ask us if we had any swaps to help them finish their World Cup album. So I think that's coming from. I think that came from that.
Yeah. Personally, I haven't opened any this year.
I opened one on the plane, one pack.
Wow. Super fans.
We've opened Prism.
Yeah, that's more our speed. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.